You won Love Island.
I didn't win. They were like, is kissing cheating? They were like, oh, it's like circumstantial. What? This wasn't shown, but...
Was it not? What was it?
They wanted...
Best piece of dating advice you've ever received?
Don't date me.
I love it when you first meet them, you're like, you have no idea.
You haven't got a fucking clue. I remember at one point they were like, have you got any exes that want to come on? I was like, what?
They stooped that low. They were like, we've run out of shit, people. My boyfriend is going on a trip with the boys and I'm so nervous.
Blah, blah, dump him.
Favourite exposition?
Lottie Moss! I said I was at my mum's and I was in Ibiza and he was like, why do you have an international dining tone? I was like, oh, signal's bad in Bicester.
What's the worst drunk text you've ever sent?
They're never good. I've never woken up before. That was great.
You know what? I'm glad I sent that.
Yeah. I'm glad that I got that off my chest. Oh my God, I realised I got the club stamp on my arm. Sorry. Ew, Chloe.
But you had a few like, emotional moments in it.
Yeah, I think it was because it was a weird time for me because I'd lost my best friend the week before we started filming.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just like in a really weird place. And then they were trying to lay on all this stuff. And I just being like, what am I doing? I think I had like an hour for their like therapy session and they had to move all my shit because I was not opening up. And they pulled me and they were like, you've got to give us something.
Hello everyone, welcome to Dream On with me, your host Lottie Moss, and I'm joined today by the lovely Chloe Burrows.
Yay! Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, I feel like this is so good because we actually just get to catch up because I haven't seen you in months.
Do you think it's been months?
Babe, before I went to Costa Rica was the last time I saw you.
Oh my God.
Do you remember when we went for dinner?
It was.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we have so much.
Bad friends.
I know, we're bad friends.
Bad friends.
But you know what? I think it's now because I live in West and you live in East now. Like when you live like East.
It's like, a lot of mileage.
It's a lot of mileage to see each other now.
But I've come today.
And you're also so busy.
So are you.
Well, no, but you've been traveling. You've been in, where were you? Like, you were in like Korea or something
I was in
recently.
Mykonos, I was in Korea, I was in Ibiza. I've been outside.
Good times.
We've been to Ibiza.
We'll get back to that. But so tell me what you've been up to.
Obviously my pod, I do that. Went to Mykonos with White Fox. That was really fun. They do the best trips ever. It's just bus, club, never. They party harder than the talent.
Really?
Their vibes. Like,
do you think they just do these trips so that they can get like drunk and have fun?
Maybe. But then we're all in White Fox, so it looks good. Like it's proper vibe. Like the whole team's so nice. So that was really fun. Before that, I was in Korea filming something which I just can't talk about. I don't know. It might be out by the time this drops. Not sure, but that was fun.
What's the vibes of it?
Fuck, it's got to be. I went with Adiola and Madam Joyce and I was texting Adiola this morning and like I'm embarrassed for it to come out.
Why?
It's something that people know me for, but like not in Korea. So, you know, language barrier, cultural differences.
Really?
I feel like English satire doesn't translate across the UK.
Did it not? Did you think it went well or no?
I'm embarrassed for it to come out.
No.
Yeah, like, and I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, oh my God, no. But anyways, that's coming out.
Yep.
Before that, I was in Ibiza. Yeah, I think it's time for me to stay in the UK for a minute.
Do you think it's time to retire on Ibiza? Like,
no, because it's my birthday soon.
Yes. So for anyone that doesn't know, me and Chloe went to Ibiza for Chloe's birthday last year.
I go every year for my birthday.
It was crazy. Like, it was so funny.
Yeah, but even you coming was nuts because I was already out there and you was like, shall I come? I was like, yeah, 12 hours later, you're knocking on the door.
Yeah. Hey. What was it? Where did you say? Seven Pines? Big up?
I don't actually recommend it. Don't go
Really?
there. I thought it was rubbish.
Yeah,
what we paid.
Yeah, true.
That was bad.
Yeah. It was just a bit weird. It felt really empty as well for the time of year. I was like, why is there no one here? Do you remember that? Like, it was just like, there was just like empty.
Yeah, there were families there.
Yeah, that's not the vibes. Us coming back at 6 a.m. when there's like families. Like,
I'm embarrassed.
Right, so the last time me and Chloe were at Ibiza, it was actually so funny. So we ended up going out. We went to see Wayne Lineker at Ocean Beach, obviously.
We did see Wayne, yes.
Obviously, must see Wayne. It's just like, it's a must do.
Leaving.
Oh, we did.
And then my least flattering pat pictures I've ever. Not that
was it us arriving? Was it us leaving?
Maybe arriving.
Yeah.
Have we been somewhere? We went to Destino before.
We did, yeah. Yeah, so we were drunk already. So we got, it was us arriving because us leaving would have been absolute chaos.
Horrific,
yeah, that would have been even worse than the pictures of us arriving.
I actually always think they miss a trick not staying until the end.
Yeah, but I think
say that.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. They're like, no, don't worry, we'll stay.
I'm embarrassed.
So I just remember, do you remember us waiting for a taxi at the end of the night? So we had a driver, right? And our driver, we didn't tell him that we were going to be out really late. So he'd like retired for the night. And we ended up having to get in a taxi queue in San Anne, which is just hell. It's like next to the Strip. So it's where all like everyone and their like grandparents, their uncles, everyone's there. And we're standing in the queue.
Because normally you can leave Ocean Beach and there's taxis, but we must have stayed quite late then.
But we left Ocean Beach and we went to, we went down like to some random bar, got drunk there. I just remember it. And then we ran into that girl that Adam had been dating, that Adam had slept with. Was it yet?
Can't remember.
No, was that DJ girl? Yeah.
I remember it so clearly now. Yeah.
Adam Collard basically had
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Yeah, I know. Adam Collard basically cheated on me with someone and we saw her in Ibiza.
Okay, we'll bleep out
the name. Yeah. Anyway, so and then when we got in the taxi queue, fucking that guy started shouting at us. Me and Millie were basically taking a picture. Chloe took a picture of me and Millie. We were like that with this OnlyFans fan that I brought to Ocean Beach because it gets so hot and sweaty. So it was this huge fan. And I'm standing there and this guy goes, "You should be in church."
Yeah, and he was like, "What do your parents think?" I was like, watch your mouth.
What do your parents think of you, sweetheart?
Yeah, shouting at girls in the street.
And he was with some girl and she was wearing this like tight, ugly ass bodycon dress. And I was just like, bitch, like.
They were really
And then they started filming us. They started slagging you guys off. That's where I lost my shit.
We like turned around to be the bigger person. They were like really goading us. Like, I don't think we were mean. I was just like, what are you doing?
I was bordering on being really mean.
And Millie was like, come on, let's not. And so I turned around.
Millie
And then
was
you've gone with
you
your
guys-
fans, shut up. I was like, Calvin. And then we just had to stand in the queue with them.
Millie was trying to hold us back and me and you in the taxi on the way back. We like kept talking about it. We kept bringing it up. We couldn't let it go. We were like, nah, do you know what? Like, fuck them actually at this point. Do you know what?
Where was all that energy in the queue?
I always think of like really good things to say in arguments as soon as I've left it. Yeah. I'll be in the shower and I was like, do you know what I should have said?
Yeah.
This. Do you know what? And do you know what? And I'll recreate it just to like make me feel better about it.
I'm embarrassed. I give myself the ick.
But yeah, so anyway, let's get into it.
Yeah.
How did we meet?
We met.
And what was your first impression of me, actually?
We met at Celebs Go Dating. We were both booked for that job. You haven't really wowed into that job.
we both met people and we found the love of our lives. Psych!
I was just there to get paid. Let's be real.
We were both there to get paid. Like, we were not there to meet anyone. I think that's a really important factor to know.
No one is. Like, you're there you get booked to provide entertainment.
Exactly.
Showbiz,
and
baby.
that we did.
Yeah, we did.
That we did.
I feel like that show, I was in a really bad place. So I was just not in a good way. I think it reflected in that show.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, I think the alcohol was pretty heavy on that show for like all of us. But I think it's hard because even when you just meet someone it doesn't even matter whether it's a date or not.
Yeah.
When you meet someone randomly, you kind of just like, you get nervous. So you're just like, ugh.
And then there's 20 other people, 4 cameras.
Literally, all of them filming you. Do you not think it was just so nerve-wracking sitting there and like having to refilm things, just sitting there while they're setting up the cameras and you're just sat there staring.
And the person in front of you probably hasn't been, not that I'm a professional in front of camera, but you know, I'm familiar with what's going on. They have no clue why I'm saying the same thing over and over. And I'm like, I'm embarrassed. I've said this joke 4 times. Yeah. Now you're not laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrid.
No, it's horrible. And the guys that they got for us, babe.
Yeah, but it was a prank show. It was a prank.
They were pranking us. Like,
it was a big fat prank. I remember at one point they were like, have you got any exes that want to come on? I was like, what?
They stooped that low. They were like, we've run out of shit people. So like, do you have anyone even worse that we can bring on? Like
so
quite literally the worst humans I've ever been associated with.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was fucking horrible.
Them. There was some of them, no, they were sweet.
Wait, who was that guy that you got with on the away trip? He was all right. I actually liked him. And you got with...
His name was George.
You were frantically making out with him in that kitchen.
I think I'd had a litre of tequila at this point.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember, this wasn't shown, but...
Was it not? What was it?
They wanted... They wanted you and Adam to do like a really sexy pool scene. But I'd heard that we were all getting in the pool. So I ran up to my bedroom, put on my swimming costume, came down, and they were like, what are you doing? I was like, are we not going swimming?
Chloe, you need to go and get
you two were like snogging in the pool. And I was like, guys. And I just go get you.
You're there with like your snorkeling, like flippers.
Guys.
I'm here.
Bad. You know, I don't know if we can give this in, but...
We basically went on an away trip on Celebs Go Dating and there were 4 guys for me and Chloe and then 4 girls for Adam and Spuds. And...
it was only us 4.
Yeah, it was only us 4, yeah. Oh my God, no, to be fair, it was a really fun trip, but like it was in the buttfuck end of nowhere. Leicester. So every other away trip that they've had...
Costa Rica.
Yeah, every other away trip, they're like Maldives, Bora Bora, and we're in Leicester. The budget had gone.
And then the next day I went to a fucking alpaca farm in the rain. Everyone else was like a beach club. Thanks, E4. I loved that show, but what the
I'm pretty sure they were pranking you the whole show. I feel like they fucked you.
Really nice things every day. It was like, you're doing this. I was like, right.
The alpaca farm in the rain. And there's a video of Chloe just drenched. And there's these alpacas in the background. So muddy. Like you were just dying.
And they were like, no, come on, give us something. I was like, get me home. Get me home now. They're like, come on, it's really sweet.
I was like at this really nice pub, like with Adam, like having a really nice time. And it was she's just like...
I just gave up, took my hood off. And
yeah, no, there were these guys basically at this trip and they ended up like having this whole drama with production. And now they have their own podcast.
Yeah, and is
it the most sexist, misogynistic thing you've ever seen?
Yeah, I mean,
of course.
They're not very polite, I'll say. I don't know.
Some men don't need a podcast.
Yeah, let's start licensing microphones. Do you know what I mean? Not because I'm the best podcaster.
They're like in their parents' basement. Like, right, let's start a podcast.
Have you seen the one? It's so bad that it's good. Is
it the ones with those 12-year-old boys? Yes. They're like 16 years old. And he's like, mate, like, if that was my girlfriend, like, I'd probably fuck her like this. And I was thinking...
They were like, is kissing cheating? They were like, oh, it's like circumstantial. What?
Not sure how I feel about that, but yeah.
My first impression of you. Sorry, that's sidetracked. I actually got told you were going on it. So I went on your Instagram. Your Instagram's very model. And I was like, damn, are we going to get along? Then as soon as I met you, I was like, oh, we're so sweet.
We're literally two peas in a pod, aren't
we? 2 peas in a pod though. Like
we got along instantly, actually, I think. But yeah, I think everyone thought I was probably going to be a bit more like stuck up than I was, I do think.
Well, I think
like
your Instagram doesn't portray your personality, which is fine.
Ratchet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, perfect, there's someone else ratchet on there, so we can just get drunk together.
Because we were at the mixer and we were so embarrassed. So we were just downing Prosecco.
Because they made me and you go out together in the mixer. So like people went out in like twos and me and Chloe went out together and we were just like, oh my God. And they were trying to make us speak to these people. And we were like, I remember at one point you looked at the producer and you said, now you're joking. Yeah. You're not doing that. He was like, go over to them and he said, no, I'm not doing that. No, it's not happening.
I'm not a diva, but like, I don't want to be embarrassed.
The guy he wanted you to go over to was like horrendous.
It was so. But he was like, I don't know what he was doing. And then he pulled me after, like, why don't you chat to me? I was like, oh, I just
didn't have time.
Sorry.
I think the show was fun because of you. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
My takeaway from that experience, like, obviously, shit dates, Adam Collard.
Thank God I met you.
Yeah, thank God I met you. Because otherwise, it probably would have been just like an entirely bad experience. Like, I loved Paul and I loved Anna and I loved Tara. And like, I think they were great. And I think it actually did teach me a little bit. I'm not going to lie, because
Can't relate.
After Adam, that was like the last fuckboy I ever went for. And now I'm happily in a relationship. So yeah.
Yeah. Good for you, actually.
So yeah, I feel like they did. I actually went on Dr. Tara's podcast the other day.
I saw.
She's amazing.
Any more advice you can drop?
No, we just had a chat about sex. I love her. She had a necklace on saying orgasmic. I was like, I fucking love you.
I love her. She's so cute.
She's so me. I was like, yeah,
she's
babe.
So
you
you.
get me. So how did you find that experience then?
Funny.
But you had a few like emotional moments in it.
Yeah, I think it was because it was a weird time for me because I'd lost my best friend the week before we started filming.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just like in a really weird place. And then they were trying to lay on all this stuff. And I was just being like, what am I doing? So then I
do remember you being quite emotional, like in the scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was just really heavy. And like, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to relationships, I don't want to fucking talk about it. Do you know what I mean?
Like, we are the problem.
I've been through a lot, which has made me a bad person.
No, you're not a bad person. That's not true.
I'm just an idiot.
But I do think like so much of your like love life comes from like your experiences in life.
Yeah.
So it's like I had it for ages where I was so like shut off and I was like, no. And like I pretended like I was a different person. Kind of like I acted like a different person in relationships and acted like I was some sort of like fuck girl. When I'm actually like such a simp. I'm such a lover.
And I've noticed that recently. Like my thing is I'll meet someone and then I'm like, oh my God. And the day that we're going to go on, in a month, they have no clue that this is going on.
I'm planning our wedding. Like,
can't wait for them to meet my mum. Except they're not going to meet my mum.
I'm like picturing what our kids would look like. I'm like, yeah, so if they went to this school, like then we could go to this farmer's market and like this would be closed in the park there. Like, swear to God, they have no idea. Like
they have no idea that I'm in love with them already.
I'm so like that. And I think like when you start talking about that and like unfolding all of it, because it wasn't real, like it was for TV, but at the same time, the advice they gave us and everything was real. Yeah. And the way they dug, I was like, oh, yes, it's me.
But you're a very open book. It took them, I think think I had like an hour for their like therapy session and they had to move all my shit because I was not opening up, and they pulled me and they were like, you've got to give us something. So once I started talking, I was like, oh my God, shut up.
Because I saw a scene that you cried in and I was like,
Oh, it was heavy. But that was like, I wasn't sad about the situation. I was just sad about life at the time. I thought, I'm just going to cry now.
So I want to get on to a little bit. I know you probably talk about this so much.
Okay.
But Love Island,
What do you
obviously,
wanna know?
you won Love Island.
I didn't win.
Do you think you could have won it?
No.
No.
Like
Were
I
your
said,
relationships and they're real?
there's 100 million%. But Millie and Liam were the proper lovers. You know, they were saying, I love you. And it was really deep. And it takes me, in my head, I love you so much. I can't get the words out. So maybe, I don't know, but I feel like, you know, Millie and Liam are still together. Me and my ex are not. Rightful winners.
Yeah,
Fair
right for
play.
winners, yeah.
Fair play.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I think because obviously when I watch it, like I see everyone's like literally after 2 days, especially this series that's on right now, like just finished, they're all crying about people they met 2 days ago.
I did that. I definitely did that.
Is it that intense in there, how they say it?
Yeah, and you can't replicate it. Like it's so intense. Bear in mind, so before you go in, you're obviously going holding, you have no phone and you're with this chaperone, this new person you don't know, and you've got to get up and get on. Like this is your life now. Yeah. You know, I don't know anyone, can't speak to anyone. So then you've only got this.
You told me. So when you basically, for anyone that doesn't know, when they go on Love Island, they get held for a certain amount of time in like a hotel. Well, you can explain it. Yeah.
So mine was different to other series because mine was COVID. So I did 2.5 weeks because obviously you had to do the test. I can't fucking remember what it was. And because it was COVID, we couldn't stay in hotels. So we all had these fucking huge villas in the middle of nowhere. But mine was like in the middle of these fields with nothing new. It was actually really scary because I sleep with my light on.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's like, I have to stay in this very huge villa by myself.
Like with this person I don't know. No, it was so good. And like every day you get a drop of food. Like they get you whatever you want apart from alcohol. They won't fucking give you any alcohol.
Was it Millie that had to stay in there for a month? Who was it that had to stay in there for a month?
Millie did 3.5 weeks.
Yeah,
no, maybe
crazy.
a bit longer. Because they don't know when they're going to put you. It's obviously really reactive. So they just kind of watch what happens and then think, oh, we'll drop that person in. You know, I've heard before that people have flown out and they've not actually made it. In fact, did that happen on my series? No, I know it happened in the South Africa one. Like someone was flown out, they weren't put on, flown back to the UK, then flown back out. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a big old production.
And
boy.
you don't like speak to anyone. You have your phone taken, don't you?
Yeah, you land in Mallorca and then you go, well, whenever I did it, you went to this little like hut and then you gave over your whole life. And then I was just in this car like, what next?
So what did you do for like 2.5 weeks then?
I read a lot. I read like 12 books. I couldn't stop reading. And I ran out of books and I was like, can I have a book, please? Can I have a book, please? And they obviously, I don't know if they could go and get a book or whatever, but they were really worried about obviously COVID. And then if they took because Millie was reading as well. I didn't know this at the time, but she was also asking about if we'd written a note or something like, please help. No, I'm joking. But if you've written, I'm Chloe, this is me. Like they just wouldn't do it. So I think for like 2 days, I just like sat. Oh no, we had a Fire Stick. So I could watch Netflix, but only if I was being supervised because obviously you could go on the internet. I think I've said this before. So the night before I went in, I went on I knew my chaperone was outside. So I went on YouTube and I watched everyone's intros and I knew it was going in. I saw them.
I actually fucking love that. I would do the exact same thing though.
Yeah.
I would be way too like, I need to know who's going in. Like I can't do this.
And then I remember one day like we were practicing my walk here. Like you feel like it's not real. And then like the execs came.
Film the walk-in.
I was like, so the evening I went in, it was pretty late because I went in on the first day. And bearing in mind they've got to do the whole episode of like the coupling up, blah, blah, blah. So I went in quite late. Like I'd pulled up to the like set or whatever you call it. And then I was just sat in this fucking porter cabin for hours. And I was like, get me a drink. And they were like, well, no. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And then I was, oh God. It was like an out-of-body experience. I would never watch it back.
So weird, like walking. Is it like, because obviously, you know how they have the music in the background?
No, there's
like,
no music.
There's no music.
No. And they were like, can you walk?
It's way more glamorous. Like, it's giving sexy, but like,
Oh,
I bet it's just like.
Yeah, it's literally that. And they're
everyone's
like,
just dead silent.
Horrid. I remember they kept saying like blow wind. I was like, they're like, don't do that.
Blow wind?
I'm not a sexy person. Like, I don't know how to, I've never been in front of camera like that. And I was just like,
catwalking it.
Oh, it was hell and horror. Well, that's what I thought was going to happen. Oh my God, I just thinking about it gives me the ick myself.
Did you actually fancy anyone in there when you went in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I fancied the person I ended up, like Toby, obviously, that I know. Fancied him, but I've said this before. He said he was
coupled up with someone because I didn't watch your series.
Yeah, so everyone was coupled up. And I had to go in and take someone. Like, I didn't know someone was going to get, oh my God, I realised I got the club stamp on my arm. Sorry. Ew, Chloe. But everyone was coupled up.
Obsessed with that.
And they were like, oh, you've got a day to choose someone. So I just had to pull everyone. But I remember I was like, Toby was with Kaz at the time. And I really liked Kaz. So I didn't didn't really want to be, you didn't want to take him. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I ended up going with, like, I spoke to producers a lot.
For the bombshells, you have to. Like, in order for your survival, you need to like.
But going back now, like, I could have been more ruthless, but I was a pussy. Like, I didn't want, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I like people to like me. Yeah. So I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
I'm the same. I don't want to piss anyone off.
Yeah. And I think he was with, so I chose Aaron and he was with Shannon and she was like, oh, it's just friendship vibes. And I was like, cool, well, I'll take him then.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I loved Aaron, like he was fit or whatever, but no vibes there.
No vibes there.
No.
So how did you end up getting with Toby then?
I remember, like, I obviously spent all this time with these people, and I just remember I'd still fancied him. And I'd said to Lucinda quietly, I was like, I fancy Toby. She was like, go chat to him. So I just tried to chat to him. And I was like, I fancy. And then we did a challenge. I was in a friendship. This is like a while later. I can't remember how long. I was in a friendship couple with Hugo, who's so lovely. And the producer had overheard me saying that I fancied Toby, and we were in this challenge, and they're like, oh, you got to snog the boy you fancy. And they'd asked me, who are you going to snog? I was like, Hugo, we're in a couple, and they're like, no. I was like, well, who then?
They weren't even feeling the vibes. No. They were like, we're not feeling the vibes, babe.
No. So they were like, you fancy Toby, don't you? And I was like, who told you that? And they're like, what do you think that is? Pointing at my microphone. I was like, fuck. They're like, snog Toby, so I snog Toby. And it was just like this whole drama. It was really bad. No girl card. I felt awful. But yeah, and then we were in a couple.
But I feel like it's actually not that deep. Like, you know, people get like, oh, she's still my man.
Watching it, it's not. But when you're in there, like nothing else is going on. So you're like, oh, like I got it. The girls didn't like me then. Thank God Millie and Lucinda came in.
Do you think it was like more, obviously you and Toby came out like as a couple, whatever. Yeah. Do you think it was like, you liked each other less when you came out, like you realised like, oh, actually there's like other people. No, we liked
each other more.
Really?
Yeah, it got way more intense. Like we left and obviously we'd gone into...
Sometimes I feel like if you're in that sort of scenario, like everything feels more intense, and then when you come out you realise, because obviously there's only a certain amount of people in the villa. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So when you come out you're like, oh, actually there's like a whole dating pool of like thousands of people out here.
I mean, I came out and I remember thinking like, I'm going to marry this boy, we're going to be together. Like I was obsessed, but it wasn't a normal, it was like, I'm obsessed. Like, what are you doing all day? FaceTime, blah, blah, blah. Like, all I wanted to do was be with him. So it actually got more intense, and then obviously things didn't work out.
Oh, sad
times. I know, you know, it's what it is.
But I mean, things happen for a reason.
They do.
I do feel like, and as well, I realise that now, like, why it didn't work out with so many other guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine if I was still with Adam Collar. Like, let's be real. Like,
he's having a baby.
I know.
Shout out Adam. Congrats.
Can you believe
Good
that?
for you.
A year after.
I did think that is a year.
Quite crazy, actually. It's quite soon. I'm like, go on.
No, it's not.
Do you know what I mean? Go on, Adam. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's put our feelings aside.
Yeah.
Let's just be friends.
Go on.
How was your mental health on Love Island? Because I know you struggle a little bit with it, like me.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But I struggle. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm just very in my head with things ADHD. Going, like, before, I did have a bit of anxiety, which showed up like in different ways. But leaving, I actually spoke to, I can't remember her name. She's on maths.
They have quite a good.
It's brilliant. Yeah, it's so good. She speaks to them all the time, and I actually spoke to her for ages. But it's actually a scientific thing, because no one knew who I was before, and you come out and more people, not everyone, but a couple more people know who you are. You get more self-conscious because people are looking at you. Like, you know, everyone's looking at me because I'm like, no, but people, you notice more people are looking at you. I feel
the exact same way. I felt that after Celebs Go Dating so much. Like, just after it aired, I was like, wait, so many more people recognize me. Because obviously people, like, TV is just like, even if you're not really like even watching it, like it's on adverts on Channel 4. It's like, do you know what I mean?
Wait, we were on the tube. Would you date me? Yeah, so I think the more people, you do get more self-conscious. But I've just struggled with anxiety for ages and stuff, but loads of people do, you know, I'm not any different. But I think not having a routine makes it worse. And I think maybe my lifestyle doesn't help. I think, you know, having a couple wines.
I talk about that a lot, actually, because like the lives that we live, like we don't have like set days where we have, do you know what I mean? We don't have like, right, you wake up at this time. Like sometimes you have to go into work and it's 5 a.m. And then sometimes you're traveling and then
you're at dinner.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have work until the evening and stuff like. So it is really, for me, it's really hard like having a regimented, like, right, wake up, go to the gym, because sometimes I can't wake up and go to the gym, so then it throws me off.
Yeah. And
so like, how do you deal with that? Or do you think you've gotten better? You don't.
I don't out of fucking control. Spiral, and I don't look at my phone, and then I cry.
I hate responding to messages. Immediately, all my plans, I'm cancelling them. Like everything I said I was going to do last week, I'm not doing it.
No, I don't. I probably should see someone. I saw a couple of doctors last year. Like,
do you go to therapy?
I'm not at the moment because I'm spiraling out of control again.
Yeah, I know what you mean. To be fair, like right now, I'm actually in probably the happiest place I've been in.
No, you are. You're doing good at the moment. You are very happy. I think that's because you're all loved up though.
That is true. No, it is truly like the only reason. And like I'm trying not to make my whole life about him, but like I'm obsessed with him. Like I'm obsessed.
That sounds so healthy.
Anything he asks me to do, I will do it. I am there. Like, and it's. Do you know what? Like I kind of realized when I was away with him because I was just in Ireland with him.
Yeah.
I kind of realized like I need to get my shit together and like be my own person because like I noticed that he'll
that's just what we do.
Yeah.
Oops.
Is it a girl thing? Is it like?
No, I think it's a me and you thing. Yeah, because I look at Millie and Liam and like they're fine. They look very normal.
Do you think they have a very like healthy?
Yeah.
To be fair, like me and my boyfriend have a very healthy relationship. I do think sometimes like, and it's my bad habit, not his, that I'm like, right, I'll come to this, I'll come to that. Like he doesn't mind when I do my own thing. And like, I'm like, oh, I've got to work, I've got to do, he's like, cool, whatever. But I love being around him. And I'm just like, like even if I'm just standing in the background.
If I was seeing someone, that would be me.
I feel like such a groupie sometimes as well because I'm like behind the like DJ booth like this because I get drunk obviously and I think I'm being so funny.
Cool,
like,
so cool.
I recently had a really funny set that I went to of his and we went to Amsterdam, right?
High vibes.
It was so nice. The people are so lovely.
Yeah.
And I was on stage with him and I brought these girls on that I'd met literally just like, I saw them. They were like, oh my God, we love you. And I was like, I love you. Come up on stage with me. So drunk. So I get up on stage, I'm dancing and I hold up, you know what, you can do like those like messages on your phone. Yeah. I held up one going, I'm fucking him. To the whole of these, like the whole crowd, like as if, and I'm like this, like thinking I've run out of life. I hate myself. I love it.
That's good.
I hate it. I was
do
like,
it again.
I woke up the next morning and he goes, do you remember doing that? And I was like,
no, I don't. No. Shut up.
I said, actually, that didn't happen. No. Like, I've erased that from my memory. And by the way, there's people with their phones like filming, so they know. And I'm just like, if that was like in the Daily Mail the next day, I would cry. But yeah, no. So like there are moments that like I do struggle at the moment because it's so heavy with the drinking. Yeah. Fucking hell. Like
it's hard, man.
They can put it away in Ireland as well. So I've just been.
Yeah, they can.
They can.
I don't know what I'm saying. I respect it.
Yeah. Have you been to Ireland?
Yes.
Have you?
Once. I was there for 12 hours.
Oh, were you?
And we went to Temple Bar and we got absolutely hammered. And then my manager was like, you need to be back in the UK. Like, you need to go to the Brits. And I was like, great, let me get to the airport then. I was literally like pissed on my face. Sat on the pavement.
You can handle it as well though.
Are you joking? I'm in hell.
You're going to go home and cry.
I am going to cry. I'm going to go do something else and fucking cry tonight and turn off my phone.
Oh, babe. No, I'm dead. All right.
Yeah, no one do what I'm doing. It's not very healthy.
Oh, I mean, to be fair though, like I feel like life isn't just like a straight thing. Do you know what I mean? Like you go through periods. Like I've been great and then I've been shit and then I'm great and then I'm shit. Like shit goes in between it. Like I do feel like I'm a lot better than I was last year. I was going through it.
We were bad.
We were bad. Like
we were better this year.
Way
we
better
went for
this
dinner
year.
And we had one glass of wine. Thank you.
And we didn't take it too far. Round of applause.
Brilliant. Yeah.
No, because it's true. Like now when I go for like, even if I have a bottle of wine, I'm like, I go home like I did it. Like
no, if you go home and you're okay, and the next morning you're not. That's the
before like 1. I'm like, we've absolutely done it.
And that's me being wholesome.
Same. Even if I go out like 4 nights a week and it's until 1, I'm like, I've smashed it.
I've been so
literally. I am basically sober. And then I'll have it in my head that I'm like, I don't even like alcohol anymore.
No,
I actually don't. I'm like, guys, like I'm just like over going out drinking. Like, it's just like not me anymore. Like the bars, and then like literally 7 a.m. the next day.
I got back from Mykonos and I plastered all over my social media. I'm not drinking until my cousin's wedding. Like it's near me.
No, don't do that.
What was I doing on Sunday? What was I doing? Having 10 million beers.
Where did you go on Sunday?
I went to Wingfest. Really good.
Wingfest.
It's like a chicken wing festival. It was fucking vibes, mate. I reckon it's off now, but
so it's all just chicken wings. Every store is chicken wings.
There's like 54 different vendors, which I don't know because my friend Sam told me 10 million. There's 54. It's 54. We've got to get 54 wings, and it's £1.50 for a wing, and they're amazing. You just go around.
Did you try every single wing?
No, I think I had 4 because I was, having a pint at this point. I had like 4. Oh no, I had these rich. I went to. Oh fuck, I can't remember what it was called. Anyways, I had a really good one. And then I kept going back for more because I was like, this one's really good. But they have like live music. They had like a hot wing eating competition. Oh my God, it was so good.
Oh my God, love.
I know.
That's actually quite wholesome at the same time.
No, that was wholesome,
And then the after party was not so much.
Yeah, we went to Boom Battle Bar in like Whitechapel and it was almost closing. Then we all bowled in so they kept it open and it was fun.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that like doesn't know when to say no. Like I cannot like I would not know like taking it like just having a normal night of it sat on my face.
Apparently that's an ADHD thing though because we're chasing serotonin.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it is, and it's like impulsivity as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So impulsive. Like sometimes I'm literally like fine, and then sometimes I'm just so impulsive, and I need to like take the night so far. Like my boyfriend will be begging me to go home, and I'm like no.
And then drunk texting. Yes.
Can we talk about drunk texting? What's the worst drunk text you've ever sent?
They're all bad. Do you know what I mean? They're all bad. They're never good. I've never woken up before. That was great.
You know what? I'm glad I sent that.
Yeah. I'm glad that I got that off my chest. Actually. I don't know. They're just always like, oh, why don't you love me?
No.
Yeah. So that was good.
It gets emotional at 3 a.m. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
And I'm always like, should I drunk text? And my friend's always like, yeah. So I'm like, go on then, did
They're
it.
sabotaging you.
I know, because they stop. My friend was like, I'm going to take your phone. And then, but I'd already done it at this point. And then he was like, well, they've replied. And I was like,
oh,
great.
God.
Great.
Have you ever got anything good out of it, though?
Have I?
I feel like the drunk text is sometimes okay. If you drunk text like a guy that you're seeing or something, you're like, hey,
yeah,
can I
like
come over?
that's fun. That's funny. And they find it funny. Like,
and then you come in, you're like,
I don't think I've done it bad in a long time, but I remember last year I was seeing someone and I'd heard something maybe wasn't very flattering about them. And I like, when I get a bit angry, something just makes me go a little bit road man. And he hadn't seen that side of me yet. So I just went for it. And then he literally texted me like, this is disgusting. And I was like, well, now I'm embarrassed.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, have a bit of empathy.
Right, we're going to get into some like juicy questions.
Okay, go on then.
It's a little quick fire round.
Oh, okay, go on
by the way. Favourite sex position?
Lottie Moss!
We're going to get in deep.
Okay, I would say, is it called lay down doggy?
Oh, yes.
That's my speed bump, it's called.
Speed bump.
Yeah.
You know what? RD said the same thing.
Did it?
Yeah.
Speed bump. It's a crowd favourite.
To be fair, it really is. It hits. Worst first date you've ever had? Celebs Go Dating, probably.
Yeah, all of those.
Yeah,
they were bad. They were all horrific. Or I went on one in like years ago on a hinge date and he was a catfish. Oh no, I went on one where he farted. I've told that story a million times. He farted, so I left.
Oh,
and he told me he was going to fart. And I was like...
Was it a dinner?
No, like we've gone for drinks or something.
Do you have any icks? I'm sure you have many. Yeah.
Loads. I don't like, boys who take selfies is my new one.
Oh, really?
Mirror pictures.
The mirror selfie is an ick. Massive ick.
Oh, ew, I just don't like boys who take pictures because I was like,
literally any pictures, do not even have a camera.
Don't. Or like, I don't know why I've gone off it. I got off it so badly. Turtlenecks. I'm so against turtlenecks.
Oh my God, you know the
Criminal.
tight ones? They're like
yeah.
white turtlenecks.
And they wear it with like tight trousers. Like,
it's giving The Rock. You know that picture of The Rock? Yeah.
It wasn't Frozen from Incredibles. That's what's giving. I don't know why, but it is.
Oh my God, same. Biggest lie you've ever told a partner?
I like all the time. Biggest lie I've ever told a partner. Oh, I know. This is before Love Island. I said I was at my mum's and I was in Ibiza and he was like, why do you have an international dining tone? I was like, oh, signal's bad in Bicester. I was in Ibiza. Ready to go shell it ocean.
Love that. All right. Biggest turn on?
Don't know. I'm just like quite touchy-feely. I feel like, or a good snog.
Yeah, I love a good makeout sesh.
A good snog.
Like when you're like on top of them, it's just like, oh, that's really passionate. That's my shit. Best song to have sex to. This is a random one.
I don't know if I've
Baby
ever had
Grand on Me.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if I've ever had sex to music. I probably have.
I find music embarrassing to have sex to.
Same, man. I've got ADHD, so now I'm concentrating on the song. I don't really know what's going on
I think
here.
it's embarrassing. Like if there's like a lyric and it's too like soppy or something, I'm like,
My ex, this is before Love Island, obviously, my ex actually used to listen to like this one live concert over and over, like, and Unit Smile.
That's bad.
And he used to always put it on, and I was like,
not the live concert.
Here comes
also.
the mood.
He like goes over and he's like,
wait. And I was like, right, I was fucking coming.
No,
Yeah.
not the wait. I need to get in the zone.
Like, why G-Unit? I don't think I've ever told that story, and I've just remembered it. Ew.
G-Unit for things. Like,
yeah, and oh my God, it's all
imagine
coming
he
back
meets
to me.
him one day and he's like, by the way, you're my favourite to have sex
I know,
to.
imagine 50 Cent.
Best piece of dating advice you've ever received?
Don't date me. Don't date me.
Honestly, mood.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so sorry for like the men that have dated me, but then I also feel, I
No,
mean,
they're
the other way
so
around.
lucky, but so unlucky at the same time.
Yeah, truly. I love it when you first meet them and you're like, you have no idea.
You haven't got a fucking clue. Oh.
You're about to regret the day you were
about to
born.
hate
Yeah.
me. My friend said the other day, because every like ex I've had, they always come back, like eventually. Apart from
I mean,
obviously
I
Love
feel like
Island
they all
one.
do, don't
Apart
they?
from the Love Island one, like that's whatever. But my friend said it's because you're exciting. And I was like, what do you mean? And it was like, because you can be a lover girl and you can be a fucking horrible person. I was like, oh.
No, I think you're just like unpredictable. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like they don't know what Chloe they're going to get.
Yeah. I love that. Keep them on their toes, do you know what I mean? What's a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
Mummy's boy.
Hate it.
Yeah, I don't like that. Or like if you're not ambitious or like if you're not independent, I don't like
I
that.
have that's my exact same
Yeah,
ones.
I
Yeah,
don't
no.
like that.
What's the wildest place you've ever had sex?
Probably like a field behind an ice rink. That was bad. I don't know. I'm not very exotic.
Why were you in a field behind an ice rink?
I don't actually know. I can't remember. It was my boyfriend at the time.
You just couldn't hold it. You're just
No,
like,
I do know. I'm just not going to say.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do you have a type? I feel like you do.
No, I don't anymore.
Do you not?
No, I do and I don't. But I feel like I'm more like, I like
You still
funny.
like that type, but you're actually into other.
Yeah, like I feel like that type's got me nowhere. So I'm like open. Like
What's your normal type?
people are really bad for me, like nasty, whatever.
Toxic.
Yeah, probably not paying tax. Those type of vibes. But I haven't been with someone like that in like 4 or 5 years. But then now I just like someone who's really funny and like I want someone who's sweet and like understanding. I feel like I need someone who's emotionally intelligent.
Do you feel like you've got that? Because I feel like after Adam, for me, I was like, I can no longer date this type of man.
Yeah.
That it's just like toxic, horrible. Like,
Yeah.
It is no longer fulfilling me in a fun way. Like I no longer feel like when I was younger and I was like, oh, I love it. Like I was starting to be like, I kind of hate myself.
Yeah.
For like for allowing myself to be treated this way.
Yeah.
And then something just switched in me. And now I like, after that, I just was like, every guy that came near me with a red flag, I was like, bye.
Yeah.
And then I found someone amazing. Do you feel like you've gotten to that stage yet? No.
I think I'm in that stage. Like I'm not really like dating anyone anyways, but when I like speak about my exes and I'm like, oh, that was bad.
Yeah.
So
you start to, when you say it, like now with my
Now
podcast,
I know.
I say it out loud, the stories, and I'm like, I'm a dumb bitch for a fact. Like,
I am a dumb bitch.
I'm like, so this one time, like, he absolutely hated me.
Yeah.
And then like,
He was cheating me and he said it was my fault. So I was like, oh, sorry. So sorry for me. So
and
sorry
then
for
you're
me.
like, actually, wait, hang on. Was he the worst? What would be your ideal first date?
I feel like you can't go wrong with like a couple drinks or something. But I don't know how to not have two. So maybe I like a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Or something fun. Like, I wouldn't mind a go
I hate
out.
a dinner. I can't deal with a dinner. I need it to be just drinks because if I hate them, then we can just leave.
Oh, I get that.
Otherwise, you have to sit through
But
the whole
I don't
thing.
date people I don't know that well. Like I have to know you a bit before I meet you. Like I'm not, we haven't had
Do
a
you
few
never just do like
texts.
apps and stuff?
No.
Really?
I haven't been on an app. Like I've been on an app once, went on one day, it was awful, and then I haven't been on an app since.
To be fair, the men you meet from apps are horrendous as well.
Yeah, I haven't had good things.
No, it's not. It's. I mean, it's rarely been good for me. I've had one good experience with it.
I'm not in that, I'm not trying to go on an app. I'm not trying to date at the moment.
Sometimes I get scared like my message is going to get leaked or something.
Same!
And I'm going to be
Same.
sat there looking like a fucking
I'm not
idiot.
trying to be nice. Like, not that it's happened, but like imagine if I do go on an app and I'm like trying to flirt and then they just send it to somewhere and now everyone knows
nice
I'm a
try,
weirdo.
babe.
Yeah, yuck.
As if I'd ever go for you, you ugly bitch.
Just what I need, actually.
Honestly. We've come to a segment of my show where we talk about bedtime stories, which is basically all of your questions, qualms, anything you want to talk about and ask advice on. So let's get into it. The first is from Naomi.
Hello, Naomi.
Hello, Naomi. So, hello. Why did I sound like
I don't know why I did that as well.
All right. Hello. I was dating this guy for 3 months and things were going really well until I brought up Halloween and what my plans were. I told him I was going to a party with my friend where I can just...
I don't know where this is going.
It's actually jokes.
Hey.
I told him I was going to a party with my friends and I decided to dress up as Dobby from Harry Potter.
That's funny.
With a bald cap and elf ears. I love that. I
That's
actually would be
Georgia from
friends with
Angus
you.
Bongs and Perfect Smoking Vibes. I
Literally,
love
the
that.
olive.
That's funny.
I thought it was hilarious, as you should. That is
Yeah.
fucking jokes. He told me not to send him a photo. I went to that party, dressed up as Dobby, and had a
Good.
great time and sent him a pic. As you fucking should. A week after, he called it quits.
He's got a rubbish sense of humour, so
I found
good.
out at a later date that he stopped seeing me because me dressing up as Dobby gave him the ick. Now I'm afraid to show guys my real personality because I think it will give them the ick.
No, he's...
Should I dial back
Boring.
my weirdness? No,
No.
absolutely fucking not.
No, do more, if anything.
Do you know what though? I will say, like, I toned down the crazy. Like, I'm not as crazy at the beginning, I find. unless I want to give them the ick. If I don't like them, like I'll just go full crazy first date. I'm just like, and I'm just feral. But if I want them to actually like me, I will say, like, even my boyfriend said this, like, you got weirder. Like, there's some weird shit you're doing
I feel like you do. Like, everyone gives their best self at the
But
beginning.
dressing up as Dobby is jokes.
Vibes. That's funny.
I would do that.
That's funny. I really rate that.
And I just feel like he's not the right type of guy for you.
No, the right person would have found that hilarious, and he would have come dressed as Dumbledore. Or like Snape, Voldemort. He'd put prosthetics. Like, he's not the one.
Yeah, he would have come as Voldemort with like the prosthetic head. Like, the I mean, he would have got into it too if he liked you.
Yeah, he's the wrong one. So I actually done you a favour. You dodged a bullet.
100%, you would not have wanted to be with
He's
him
boring.
anyway. All right, next one. My boyfriend is going on a trip with the boys, and I'm so nervous.
Blah, blah, dump him.
Immediately dumped. Yeah. In my last relationship, my ex went on a trip to Alicante and cheated on me with a girl 5 years younger than me.
Brilliant.
They always fucking go above and beyond, don't they? Ever since that relationship, I've had the worst trust issues. I'd never think he'd do anything like that. But his friends get really wild on nights out. I do trust him, but I have intense anxiety about him being away. How do I cope while he's gone?
I get it, but also like you just have to give it a go. Like, it is what it is.
I mean, I will say though, I feel like if you have an intuition that he's going to cheat, you might be...
No, that's bad advice.
Really?
I think everyone's going to cheat.
Do you?
Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I've been in a relationship in so many fucking years, so I can't relate. But I feel like you have to... That way, if he's good on that holiday, then you entrust him more.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
And the thing is, like, if you don't try, you will never know.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? If he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat, and then just dump him.
But I wouldn't air like all of your worry. Like, maybe set a boundary and be like, these are my expectations. And then if it
maybe
crosses
just
the
say
line,
to him, like, I have some anxieties about it.
Yeah.
Would you mind just sending me a text when you get back?
When you get in.
Yeah.
A picture
of your bed.
A video of the room. So I know.
Opening every single closet while you're out
actually
there.
FaceTime me.
Yeah, FaceTime me.
Until you go to sleep.
Yeah. I want to see you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Then I'll hang up.
Yeah. Actually, who was I with? I think I had the Filthy Fellas on my podcast, and they were like, oh yeah, but if he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. And if he sends you a picture, he sent the picture and then he's done and then he can do whatever he wants. So if they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat anyway. You've just got to trust them not to.
It is hard to trust men, I will say. Like,
it's hard to trust anyone.
Don't trust anyone. Never trust anyone. All right. Help me, Lottie. My ex-girlfriend owes me 8K.
Fucking hell.
I was with her for a year, and during that time, she borrowed money from me to pay off a couple of debts. We both kept a record that she would pay me back. We broke up almost 7 months ago, and now she's ignoring me whenever I ask for the money. I've even told her she can pay it back in installments, but no reply. Meanwhile, I see a TikTok of her on holiday in Mykonos. Is this your ex?
Shut up.
Going out with friends.
Money, thank you.
Going out with friends, and she's got her teeth and lips done.
That's where your money went, by the way.
She's having a great time. Clearly, she's struggling. How the fuck do I get my money back?
Fucking
I feel like that's on you, babe.
I think that's a legal matter. I can't advise this. You've got to reach out.
I just think as well, what did he do in the relationship to make them break up? Because maybe she was like, fuck you. And then she was like, I'm going to spend the money.
Yeah.
Fucking dickhead.
True blue.
Like, because there are a lot of guys I actually think owe me for like the damages that they have caused.
Agreed.
Like, I genuinely think they should be paying for my therapy. They should be paying for like every like ounce of alcohol that I've drunk after crying about them, like all the ice cream that I've eaten. Do you know what I mean?
That's the bill.
I need to just send them like an invoice for it.
Yeah.
So I do think, Jackson, what did you do?
If you were an angel and everything was good and you ended
she wouldn't have done this to you.
Shut up. But £8,000 a lot of money to lend.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't lend anyone £8,000.
I was just about to say I don't think I would do that.
Even like my mum.
Yeah. No.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure about that one, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what to say actually on that.
Think firstly look in the mirror. Do you owe her £8,000 for damages? If not, then it's a legal matter and I don't have any remit there. Do you know what I mean? It's not my bag.
I don't know what I feel like that's a legal matter actually.
That's a legal matter.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we are NAD lawyers.
Or maybe fly to Mykonos and demand it back.
Yeah, or confront her.
Yeah, confront her.
Ask her how much the teeth were.
All right, Chloe Burrows, thank you so much
Thank you for having me. Anytime.
So that wraps up today. Subscribe, like, and keep watching. Bye-bye.